Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel, the penultimate Prem Predictions show until the World Cup. I can't believe I'm saying those words. The World Cup is 20 days away, and we have 2 shows left before the Premier League takes a massive break and comes back on Boxing Day. And I'm delighted to say that I've been joined by probably one of my first ever subscribers on the Dugout Football Channel is Mr. Chris Welch. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm just my usual self, as always, as everyone knows me. And, could have been worse. It could have been YouTubers and bots, and couldn't it? And you'd have to, if that was the case, you would see my tongue tied on the back of the truck. But thank God it's the Dugout Football Channel. That's all I'll say.
No, it's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. I will ask you just before, obviously, we get going. How are you feeling about the Napoli game tonight?
Couldn't do the tots, to be honest. Because we both qualified. Yes, Liverpool are doing well in one competition this season. Before people starting the comments.
That is very, very true.
And I think I hope both teams play week and 9, not to be honest with you. We don't really need to play our strongest team. We're not going to finish top. There's no chance of that happening.
Yeah. No.
Unless Napoli decide to play the local nursery kids from Italy, from Naples. Then maybe, but even they might have a chance then. So to be honest with you, the way we've been, but yeah, it's mainly a stem now. Both qualified, and luckily I'll be at work anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. We will get into the comments because I have seen a lot of people in here. Andrei Lomenko, I believe this is probably one of your subscribers. One of the best guests you will ever have, your channel mate. Always blunt and honest. Get your popcorn out for his brutality.
Yeah, hope he's safe and well as well in the Ukraine.
Absolutely. Sebastian is in. Hello, Sebastian. Good to see you in the chat. Hello, Reese Gaming Channel. The True Red is in. Hello, Chris and 2 Job. Jesus Christ. I'm getting that nickname because of Liverpool losing to Leeds and Nottingham Forest. Hello, good morning, Liz Golden. And Klopp Out as well. Klopp Out, keep the message up. But anyway, just before we do get going, because Statman Stubbs was on the channel last week. And it has to be said, it was a very narrow points-wise. Nobody did very well, actually. There was no double figures in the comments, let me just say that. But between me and Steve got 5 points, no perfect scores. I got 1 perfect score, which was Crystal Palace versus Southampton, and I got 3 other outcomes. So I won by 6 points to 5. So at the moment, it is 7-6 to the guests. So I am picking up ever so slightly. So we will see what happens. Top scorer in the comments. Look, Daddy Cole 52 and Hassan Ali both got 7 points. So it was a very, very difficult week, especially with some of the results. Obviously, it was Liverpool losing to Leeds. Brighton beating Chelsea. I think everyone kind of probably expected maybe Chelsea to go to the Brighton. I didn't. I said Brighton would beat Chelsea, but enough about that. Enough about last week. Because we will get onto it. With the very, very first game to preview and predict. Leeds United against Bournemouth. Well, Leeds United still buoyed by their win over Liverpool, and they deserve that. They deserve to win. But Bournemouth, oh dear, 2-0 up against Spurs, and they lose 3-2. Now, Gary O'Neill, ever since those games against West Ham and Southampton and obviously Tottenham, he was doing a very, very good job. But I remember you said it, and I think you remember saying it on one of my shows. I think we were in the comments. Don't appoint an interim manager because look what happens.
It's like it's already been happening behind the scenes. All of a sudden with these 3 straight defeats, and the .U owners as well, Bournemouth. Obviously, they haven't appointed anyone yet, and I did the feeling it is going to be Gary O'Neill by the looks of it. That's because let's not look at the betting odds. The betting odds are just irrelevant. if I'm being honest with you. And because the new owners would have appointed a new manager by now, you would think.
Yeah.
And I just think it is going to be Darren O'Neill, but it was coming for me. Like, I thought when you're doing that impact and that spell of unbeaten, was it unbeaten 7 when he took over?
Yeah.
And then it's always going to end at some point. And I mean, it's a hard one. It is a hard one, but it's what I expected. We and Bournemouth to be obviously back down there, but remains to be seen. I mean, Chris Wilde has been in with the job, not for me, for me.
No.
I mean, he stamped the place out in Middlesbrough for God's sake, and
it was
and the way he left Sheffield United wasn't really good either.
No.
So probably don't be Darren O'Neill to that job, and I would stick by my point. Don't appoint an interim manager. Interim caretaker, same thing as permanent manager, because these players, these snobby players, sometimes some snobby footballers will end up chopping their performances and sending the pace out and throwing the manager under the bus.
Yeah. I think Leeds, look, they deserve their win at Anfield. We were very, very poor. I think we made them look good. I think that has to be said, because we did actually. I think everyone kind of forgets that we actually had a lot of chances in that game. Emeli, I think, made 8 or 9 top class saves. But this isn't it's not a one-off. They have to build on this. They have to build on this now, because that's a big win for Leeds United. And Jesse Marsch, I'm not Jesse Marsch's biggest fan, and I know you're not either.
No,
I'm not. That was a massive, massive win to keep him in a job for a couple more weeks at least. I think they've got Tottenham next weekend. Anyway, this is a really hard one to call. There's no 12:30 games on Saturday, because obviously the 12 o'clock game on Sunday is Chelsea against Arsenal. So I look at these two teams, and it does have the bearings of draw and all over it, but I'm going to go for a very narrow 2-1 win to Leeds. I think they need to build on that win. I think Bournemouth are on a little bit the slump now, which I think we kind of all probably expected. I'm going 2-1 Leeds.
Well, that's what I've done for as well.
Is it?
I don't have the whole stream of agreeing on the same store predictions. But yeah, I've done for a 2-1 win to Leeds. They should kick on from it now. Massive boost, confidence win at Anfield.
Yeah.
And it's one of them games for me. I wouldn't be shocked with either result. Because... But I will go for Leeds to obviously just to exit 2-1. And obviously, I still think Leeds will be in a way decent battle, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't want to say they'll go down, because I'll let Leeds fans in the comments saying, oh, he's a bitter man because of the Liverpool defeat. I'm not. I'm just my own opinion. And yeah, I think home advantage on this one. Under 2-1 win to Leeds.
2-1 win to Leeds. Yeah, let's see what some of you are saying in the chat. Like and share the stream, please, and thank you. Yes, absolutely, Liz. Absolutely. Hi, Liz, says Reese Gaming Channel. Reese is going 1-0 Leeds. Guten Tag, chaps. Guten Tag, Dan. Hope you're feeling better anyway. I know I heard you on the radio with Chris from Leicester Till I Die last night, and you didn't sound particularly well, so I'm hoping you're feeling a little bit better, is what I'm saying. Hey, Reese, how you doing? Liz is also going to agree with us with his 2-1 win to Leeds. Balam is on go. So good to see Chris is on you today as the guest. Can you ask Captain Fletch for next week, please? Douglas mute. I don't know who Captain Fletch is. Wolverhampton have an interim manager too. Bournemouth picked up some form too. But yeah, Bournemouth are on the bit of the slump now, you'd have to say, Balam. As well. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Yes, absolutely, Luke. I'm good, Liz. Leeds 2, Bournemouth 0. As well. Well done, Leeds, and disappointing LSE. LSE lost to a coach and a manager from Wisconsin. Only thing famous from Wisconsin is the volleyball team. Jesse needs time at Leeds, I think. Yes, I agree with that. It smells 2-1 Leeds. Ballum says it being 1-1, being a draw. Well, it could be a draw. It could be a draw. What about the Cheeseheads? Big up, boys. Leeds will do it for us. Beat us and lose the next game. 1-0 Bournemouth.
Won't be shocked. I
Would
was
not be
that.
shocked.
Oh. Turn
Would
off
not
like
be
playing
shocked.
Barcelona against Liverpool and end up being York City and that's all you need.
Yeah.
I just have to think of something there.
But the next game, everybody on social media was like, is Holland starting against Leicester? Is Holland in the side? Is Holland this? Is Holland that? No. He's missed a game. Look, Man City, I thought they were very lucky against Leicester. I think Leicester were unlucky, but toothless in attack, I think is the main thing to say. Fulham, 0-0 at Everton, but was Mitrovic lucky to be on the pitch?
For me, he was, yeah. For me, it's a red card challenge, and even though Fulham were, for me, robbed of 2 penalties, for me, key penalties.
100%.
And, but obviously the game didn't live up to, obviously. Yeah, the game was 0-0, let's be honest. No, storyline doesn't lie. And luckily, that's probably an hour and 45 minutes of my time I won't get back.
No.
But yeah, definite red for me, for Mitrovic. Very lucky man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he might be suspended for this game, but probably not. Because I think 4 or 5 yellow cards, if I'm being honest with you, to get a suspension. But yeah, it's not a bad point for Fulham against Everton.
Have they surprised you this season?
Oh yeah, they've surprised me this season. I did say start season they've actually got a chance of staying up if Mitrovic can get scoring, which he has so far.
Yeah.
And Marco Silva still got that experience in the Premier League as well with Hull and Everton. So they probably had everything was right for them this season to finally stay up, not be like a yo-yo from the supermarket like Norwich City. But yeah, I think Fulham will be fine this season. I really do. They've got a good team as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Manchester City can afford to sort of rotate their squad against Sevilla because obviously they're already through. I think they won the group as well. I think they've got a better head-to-head record over Borussia Dortmund anyway. But did you think there were signs against Leicester that they looked a little bit toothless up front without Holland?
Yeah. I mean, yesterday is a curse in terms of my watch-ons because every time a screen pops out, it seems to be a Leicester City game. But for the 75 minutes I did obviously do a watch-on on, I thought Leicester defended quite well. That phase, if that's how you pronounce it, centre-back, he's been quite good, to be fair. He was good against Pirates at home.
Yeah.
Good against Man City, probably because Haaland wasn't there, to be fair. And because Haaland probably caused opposition. Halloween nightmares, let's say that.
Yeah.
And Alvarez, he's got potential, Alvarez, but I think he's like a bit of a double Jesus for me. At the start of the Man City, when he started came into Man City, he was obviously too good, but he needs time to settle into a new league because he's been playing in the Argentinian league. I did say 3-0 Man City, then so I just thought even without Haaland, just got so much quality on the pitch, and yes, just super proud of the performance still. Just took a one on the door to obviously stop. Yes, if I'm getting anything.
Yeah. For this one, what are you going for?
I've gone for a 3-1 win to Man City. I actually think Mitrovic can cause problems, in my opinion, for that Man City defence. I don't think the Man City defence, it's good. It is good, but you can get at them.
Yeah.
And I think I think Dan SG, the West Ham fan on Twitter, he said, when Liverpool got beat, see, they're at these big teams.
Mm-hmm.
None of this, we'll just roll over that our tummies tickled straight away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Man City, even without, whether Haaland's fit for this game or not, I still think Man City will have too much for them. So I'm off a 3-1 win for City.
Yeah, I think I've got exactly the same because I've got the same thinking against Brighton. They'll probably do the same. I think Fulham will get a goal as well. Let's see what some of you are saying. I apologize, I have missed a lot of chat, but here we go. At the time of writing, Manchester tickets home to Fulham are available. I think, wow, Manchester should win the league and they're a club of the. Yeah, I know, it's absolutely mental. Holland, if he misses the game, I can see Fulham getting a draw. Interesting. Aldo's in. Hello, Aldo. Big night for Rangers tonight against Ajax. Can you claw back a 4-0? Can't see it. 3-1 Leeds. 2-1 Man City, says Reese. 3-1 City, says Ricky. I see Manchester winning the league 2-0. Man City 3-0. Shitty 4, Fulham 1. Mitrovic, last time he played against Holland, Mitrovic scored. I think he will do it again. That was Norway, Serbia.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Norway, Serbia. 4-0 City, says Aldo. City 4, Fulham 2. Mitrovic going to score 4 goals. That could possibly. Subscribe to Chris's channel. Yes, absolutely. Go and check out Chris's channel if you haven't already. You are a busy man. Chris, what city is in the painting behind you, Liz?
New York.
I thought it was New York.
I remember that in it now. From when I was at New York in 2016 in November. So when I was with family holiday. So yeah, absolutely loved it at New York. My mum didn't like it because of the constant beeping up the horns by the cars, but I love America, love it.
Yeah, it needs to be 5-0, says Aldo. Well, I'm sorry, I cannot see Rangers scoring 5 against Ajax. If Liverpool managed to score 5, and like obviously 3 away and 2 at home, but yeah, Ajax. They're not the best, but I think they'll be going into the Europa League, unfortunately, as well. It'll be interesting to see actually how I've actually done with my Champions League predictions. I need to double check that. Anyway, but the next game is Nottingham Forest beat Liverpool and then get absolutely gubbed by Arsenal away by 5-0. Brentford drew 1-1 with Wolves. I mean, the one thing you can say about both of these sides, Forest are still in the relegation zone, Chris, but Brentford away form is really, really concerning for me.
Yeah, that's what concerns my prediction for this game because of Brentford's away form. Brentford at home, you can't doubt them at home. Brentford,
yeah,
very strong at home. Away from home. I mean, it's not easy away from home for any team. We have to be real about that. But I did expect them to be better away from home, Brentford. And maybe this could be the game where they finally probably end that hoodoo. Perfect opportunity for me, for Brentford. Yeah. Because I don't think Nottingham Forest... Nottingham Forest seem to be... I think they are a bit toothless up front for me. And obviously, I think they have recently, apart from, I wasn't saying something themselves out defensively, but that was then to Liverpool. Then obviously Arsenal just do a job on them. So I think, very tough. To be fair, it'd be tough them to predict this one because if this was at home for Brentford, I'll be saying Brentford win twice on a Sunday. But yeah, it's interesting with both teams. I think Brentford will still be fine this season. Nottingham Forest, I worry for them because not because Steve Cooper. I think Steve Cooper is the right man. Well done to the Nottingham Forest owner, by the way, because there was talk of obviously him being potentially sacked after the Leicester defeat, which would have been outrageous if that happened after what he's done. After what he's done for Nottingham Forest. So I think Nottingham Forest still a big worry. I always thought it was a big worry with the amount of players they've signed. I mean, 22 players. That's that was like last night. Actually, when I was at work, all these kids coming in pretty trick and treat, wearing the whole street aisle. It looked like an absolute bomb site, like empty. So
Yeah.
it's very. I think Forest can stay up, but I am worried for them. If I'm being honest with you, I just don't think they have enough.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really, really tough one to call. What are you going for?
As I said before, I think it's the perfect opportunity for Brentford. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Brentford in this one.
2-1 win for Brentford.
I think it'd be a tight game. I don't think anyone will want to win.
Yeah, I've actually gone for a 1-1 draw because I just feel that if Forest want to build on from the Liverpool victory, they need to get points at home. I don't think they're going to get many points away, which I think is probably why. This is the perfect opportunity for Forest for me to get those points against Brentford. Because Brentford's away form, as we've said, is not the best anyway. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think the points will be shared, but it's not an easy game. Not an easy game to predict. Anyway, let's see what some of you are saying. Reece Gaming Champs going 0-0. Not good. Could be. Forest 2, Brentford 2. Mistakes will be made on both sides, says Liz. Forest 2-1, says Aldo. The True Red says Forest 2, Brentford 0. You Reds. Sebastian going for 2-1 Forest. Ricky going for 3-1 Brentford. That Forest result was worse than Leeds. Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, I would have to agree, yeah. Because, to be fair, even though I'm not a big fan of Jesse Marsh, I don't think Leeds have been that bad in terms of performances. And they will divert a door against any team, Leeds. But I still think Jesse Marsh is Marcel Bielsa's lost brother.
I agree.
In my opinion.
I agree. Right, the next one is Wolves against Brighton. Yeah, Wolves managed a 1-1 draw with Brentford. After going down to a Ben Mee goal, Ruben Neves decides to, I'll just curl one to the back of the net. 104 seconds between the two goals, funnily enough. And then Diego Costa does what Diego Costa does best, gets himself in the limelight and gets himself sent off. Now, that was his first red card, which I find really hard to believe. Brighton, wow, what a performance that was. Say what you like about Graham Potter being booed and all this. I think it was right that he was booed. I think it was the way he left. To get Brighton to go to Chelsea. But Trossard, I mean, I know they scored 2 own goals as well. Pascal Gross is a different player. I know he was playing like right wing back, but he seems to have found his position. But well done to Roberto De Zerbi, because I think it's about time he got a win. I mean, the more I look at this game, there's only one way this is going, right?
Yeah, I think with Wolves, aside, the popular storyline with Wolves is probably 1-0 or 1-1.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because they are toothless up front, but they do defend well in recent times.
Yeah.
Brighton, I'll hold my hands. Well, still early to say this, but I'll hold my hands up about De Zerbi. I questioned the appointment, to be honest with you, because I looked at his recent jobs. He hasn't really lasted on in them recent jobs and sort of thing. But to be fair, Paul Barber did want him before they got Graham Potter, so it made sense on that to go back to him. This is no different where you to Graham Potter, where you Brighton. So he didn't really get credit for the result away at Liverpool 3-3. No matter what form we are in, to start 3 at Anfield as well, instead of point, we were lucky. Brighton should have won that game for me. But I'm happy he's got his win now. Couldn't ask for better, could you? Well,
Yeah.
welcome back, Graham Potter, and giving Chelsea a battering.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the Chelsea fans have obviously brightened the mood up. I'll just at that point.
You have to get that one. I'm going to be honest. I can only see one way this is going. Wolves look really, really. I really fear for them this season. I think there's a lack of cutting edge with Wolves. I really do. I'm not giving Wolves a goal. I think Brighton will win this. I'm going 2-0 Brighton.
I've done for Saki the same. 2-0 to Brighton as well. Then with Bruno lads, I didn't think they were bad in terms of performances. It's just results business, unfortunately, and the Wolves owners and background of Jose Mendes. Yeah. They are obviously going to be ambitious and they don't want to be in the bottom half of the table. But I find it interesting that they've only got a caretaker in until January. I think it's called David. Can't got his first name, but he's like caretaker until January. Which I don't know what to make of that way, but maybe it might happen in the World Cup. They might ask you, because the World Cup's going to be the perfect opportunity for a lot of these teams who are under pressure. The managers who are under pressure as well, to probably cut ties with them and start appointing them. Yeah. And get on the training ground as well with the World Cup break as well.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting to see who they go for. Apparently, they're trying to get Lopetegui for the third time. We'll wait and see if that happens.
I mean, Ward's trying to get Lopetegui. It's like that analogy of could he ask himself Keaton out about 20 odd times.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a pretty day. That's why it's like.
Yeah. I wouldn't be too surprised if they get a restraining order against Julian Lopetegui, honestly. The golfing class showed against Arsenal for sure. Yeah, it certainly did. 2-1 Brighton. Says Ricky. Reese Gaming Channel going for the same as us. Good afternoon, Mr. Glenn Kitely. Hope you're well, Glenn. Thank you very much for tuning in. Guys, go and check out Glenn Kitely, Everything Arsenal. We will have you in the show, baby. I have been meaning to message you, Glenn, and we'll get you on at some point as well. Wolves 0, Brighton 1, says the True Red. Wolves 0, Brighton 3. Les Golden code for Wolves 2, Brighton 1. Well,
we all know why.
We all know why. Yeah, love to your hobby, Ian. But I do feel that they could go down this season. Wolves 1, Brighton 3, says Glenn. Hi, Glenn. Hi, Liz. Afternoon, fellas. Hope you're good. Panoff Scouts, I'm good, mate. Hope you're well. Panoff will be better when Liverpool stop sucking on the pitch. Yes, absolutely, indeed. Now the Saturday tea time game. It's two teams in blue. Everton against Leicester City. I have to be honest. I was one of those ones that said Frank Lampard would be one of the first managers to be sacked. How wrong I was. Brendan Rodgers, I thought was going to get sacked a long, long time ago. How wrong I was. But I have to say, Everton are very solid at the back. And Leicester have really picked up form. This is a really tough one to call.
Yeah, it is for me. Everton, no matter what I say about Everton being as relevant as cardboard and recycling bin, I think they asked one at home.
Yeah.
I don't think Rodgers has a particularly good record either. Doesn't Park as a manager.
Did he ever win it as Liverpool manager? I don't think he did. I think the best he got with them was a draw.
I think he has won there as Leicester manager only once. Which was when Leicester did well in 2019-20 season. I think it was when Vardy started only goal. I think it was a New Year's Day fixture, that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a very, very intriguing game, this one. I don't see many goals in this game, personally. because of
No.
Everton being strong defensively. But Everton, for me, are toothless up front.
Yeah.
In my opinion. It's a tough one. You can see either result happening and won't be shocked, really.
No. I mean, how many chances did Dominic Calvert-Lewin have against Fulham and he didn't take them?
I mean, with respect to Calvert-Lewin, he couldn't start proper movements, to be honest with you.
I don't know what's happened since he's come back, but he just looks bereft of confidence.
Everton and some Everton fans told Mo Salah one season wonder.
Yeah.
You should have a look at Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah. I'll go for... I don't know why, but I just think... I know Everton are good at home, but I just think Leicester have got players that can just produce something out of magic within
They're not more winners as well.
Yeah. I'm going 2-1 to the Foxes.
I've done for a Leicester win. I've done for a 1-0 win to Leicester.
1-0.
1-0. I think it'd be that tight for them. And I think for me and Leicester, if anyone's going to win the game, I think it will be Leicester. I think Leicester still got good enough players to win a game, to win this game for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Liz has just put Glenn's link in the chat, so please go over and subscribe to him. Do you think Leicester will ever start? He's picking up form. That's the thing. He's picking up form. I can't see it now, personally.
I think personally, when the rumour started, I said they won't sack him. They won't sack him because of the payout, the buyout clause thing. He's not in his contract, 10 million. They've lost money. Obviously due to the demonetised virus that's gone on with the backing. The backing that they know did Leicester. Thing with Brendan Rodgers is I still think his time at Leicester City, his spell at Leicester City is up, in my opinion. It's a matter of when he will obviously go, in my opinion. He's been there for a few years now, and I think this is probably the end for him because they have dropped their standards from a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah. I think so. Let's see some interest. There's this game is divided opinion I've seen in the comments. Everton 1, Leicester 0. Ballon. Everton 0, Leicester 0. True Red. 2-2 draw, says Ricky. Liz is going the same as me. Everton 1, Leicester 2. I can't stand either manager. I can't stand Lampard, I must admit. Everton 2, Leicester 1, says Reese. Agree, Liz, on the managers. Everton 3, Leicester 1. Where are Everton's 3 goals coming from, Sebastian? No offence, but where are Everton's 3 goals? Yeah. Thanks, Liz. And Glenn's going for Everton 1, Leicester 1. Very, very interesting. Interesting indeed. Oh, this is a tough one to call. Well. Chelsea against Arsenal. Probably one of the games of the weekend if you want to watch it. It's on BT Sport, 12 o'clock on Sunday. Chelsea. I'm going to say it. They look really, really bad up front. They look really toothless up front. Arsenal are just scoring goals for fun. I'm going to be honest, Granit Xhaka continues to just throw a lot of shade into people's faces because he is one of the most improved players this season for me, bar none. It's a really tough one to call, but how do you see this one going? Because if I'm being honest, the way Chelsea played against Brighton, you wouldn't have thought Chelsea would concede 4 goals. I mean, that Chelsea result against Brighton is a big wake up call for Graham Potter. And if I'm being honest, Chelsea have to play against Dinamo Zagreb. I don't think they can rotate because they still have to win that group.
Yeah, I think with that Brighton game, if that was Thomas Tuchel still in charge of Chelsea, that result wouldn't happen. Well, not Brighton storm 4 goals anyways, because Tuchel's more... I still think Tuchel's more solid defensively than Graham Potter, which is understandable because Graham Potter is going to play this exciting brand of football, and they're going to be leaving themselves open for a few attacks from the opposition, through threats as well. To be honest, I just thought this thing. I'm not really being that convinced by Chelsea under Potter, even though he's beat the teams that he should be beaten, apart from Brighton. He should be beating Brighton as well. That's what they have on paper. And they are good at home, Chelsea, so it will be another test for Arsenal.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Arsenal won here that season in their race for top 4. I think it was 4-2, I think it was.
Yeah, that was a weird game as well.
Very weird.
I think Chelsea took the lead, and then all of a sudden, just Chelsea completely capitulated. It was one of those games. That's right. That game was on New Year's Day, I think it was. I remember that game very, very well. I don't think anyone kind of expected Arsenal to go to Chelsea and win. But if I'm being honest, I don't know about you, but this is Graham Potter's biggest test yet as a Premier League, as a Chelsea manager. This is his biggest test for me.
Yeah, for me it is. No matter what I say about Arsenal, they are top of the league, and in terms of current form right now, they are the best team in the league. Even though I think overall the best team in the league still remains Manchester City for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you follow me on Twitter, I've always said, I've always stuck to the point. Arsenal, for me, will not win the league for me, because what happens after the World Cup, when all the players are at the World Cup as well, they don't have a good squad depth off the bench either, but they have a fantastic starting 11.
Yeah.
But once them players get injured, I think they're done for me. And the drop-off I think the drop-off will start after the World Cup for Arsenal. I think they'll get top 4 easy. Comfortably top 4. Could still get second for me, Arsenal. I wouldn't be shocked if they still got second, but like I said, I still personally think Man City will win the league by 10 plus points. Arsenal fans won't like that, but like I said, I'm just bluntly honest. And I'll hold my hands up. I'll hold my hands up if I'm one, and we see Mikel Arteta and Arsenal lifting the Premier League trophy at the end of the season. Who would have thought that?
I think the thing is with Arsenal is the trips to the Etihad and Anfield, I think, that are the biggest tests as well. Biggest test is obviously, Stamford Bridge. I think they've got to go to Tottenham as well. But this is the game where you can just say, go out and show what you can do. Because against Nottingham Forest, I know they won 5-0. Didn't look great in the first half, but in the second half, they looked a lot better. I just think Chelsea at the moment, and as I said, they look really toothless up front. So who's going to score the goals? Arsenal are scoring goals for fun. Let me just say that they're scoring goals for fun. I actually think there could be a big result here. I really do. I'm going 3-1 to Arsenal.
That's what I've gone for as well.
Wow, really?
3-1 Arsenal. Yeah, I completely agree. Chelsea, toothless up front. At first, I did go for a Desmond 2-2 draw. Yeah. But then it's like a stick picking at me where the goals can come from for Chelsea. And Arsenal, Chelsea are vulnerable defensively as well. And I can see that front line of Arsenal, then enough opportunities.
What kind of reception will Aubameyang get?
Well, it's at Chelsea, so you probably might not hear the Arsenal fans that much.
He will get booed.
It's at the Emirates. If it's at the Emirates, then different
They'll,
situation.
they'll let him know how they're feeling.
But 3-1 Arsenal. Yeah, I think another massive statement result is coming for Arsenal. And
Ricky
if you want to win the
agrees.
lead, you have to dodge these places and win. And apart from the Man United result for Arsenal, they're just getting the job done every game.
Yeah, absolutely. Ricky says 3-1 Arsenal. Race Gaming Channel's going for 3-0 Arsenal. Wow. Chelsea 0 Arsenal 3. Jesus to score 2 and Saka. Chelsea 0 Arsenal 4, says the True Red. Oh, here's a question. What has happened to Sterling? Is anyone shocked?
No, I'm not shocked either. He was never... I think it's absolutely ridiculous when people put him in the world-class category when... for me, I've been there aware with the fairies, and being honest with you, and
he should have been sent off against Brighton.
Yeah, that's just popped up to me now. And Sterling, he's a dub player. He is a dub player. He's never letting them down.
No.
He was our player at the time at the Heroes, what you saw.
Yeah,
but he's not world class, and he's not that elite level. Ridiculous comparing him to Neymar. With respect, I mean Neymar. I'm not really Neymar's biggest fan in terms of his Tom Daly acting on the pitch, but to compare him to Neymar, I mean comparing apples to oranges, if I'm being honest with you, and Neymar's in his own postcode compared to Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, just stop.
Ridiculous.
Just stop with those comparisons. Yeah, at least that little shit Raheem has lost his way. Yeah, he has. He has indeed.
He had Man City in a bad way as well. Like a bit of a spoiled child as well.
Chelsea to Arsenal. Graham Potter only lost once, I think. So Chelsea play Fulham and will win the result. Would you take... Thomas took off the Jurgen Klopp, Chris. Keyword is after his time.
I'd say absolutely, I would take Thomas Tuchel. The problem is he done me available after Jurgen Klopp does. It's up in the air, really.
Well, look how bad Juventus are at the moment, and they're sticking with Allegri. I honestly think he could be away if they keep losing. I didn't see
Tuchel at Juventus, to be fair.
Yeah, me too. Chelsea 2,
or
Arsenal
maybe
2.
Oh, Juventus might go after Conte. It depends. Well, we'll get on to Tottenham.
Oh, do you see Alba scoring for Chelsea? No, I don't. No, I don't. Glenn's gone for 3-2 to Arsenal. Yeah, I think so. Sterling is good. He has pace and T-Rex runs. Yeah, he does. That is very, very true, Sebastian. Very, very true. Well, Aston Villa against Manchester United is the start of the Unai Emery era at Aston Villa. Manchester United 1-0 winners over West Ham. Didn't particularly play well, but they didn't really need to because West Ham, again, didn't go for it until the 75th minute against Manchester United. Marcus Rashford is an interesting one, Chris. Do you think he'll be in the World Cup squad?
Well... When I was picking my England squad, sorry to any Man United fans and comments, I had no Manchester United players in there.
No Man United players at all?
No, because I based it on, you should pick players on what they've done on the whole of last season, coming into this season. I won't be too against Rashford going to the World Cup because we all know what he can do. Especially if England need a goal, and putting him off the bench against these small oppositions as well, running behind the slow defences as well. Rashford will just rip that defence apart with his pace.
Yeah.
But I just think Rashford, Sancho, there's just been too hit and miss for me to be in my squad personally. Well, 2 hit and miss this season. Last season, I mean, that season they were their own brand of dustbusters. That's what they were. That's what they were. So the problem I have with Rashford, we all know these fanboys these days. I always want to compare him to generational talent, compare him to the likes of Mbappe. And then, which is ridiculous. Even though having Mbappe is I can't stand him anymore. I think he's a spoiled child. But Rashford is a talent. I wouldn't say it's generational talent. It's a generational talent. It's like someone who's going to be world class, like Mbappe, Haaland. This goes on. But Rashford, it's too hit and miss for me. So I wouldn't put him in my squad personally. But I won't be too against it.
Yeah. Obviously, a big talking point from Newcastle United against Aston Villa was the decision to keep Emi Martinez on the pitch. First of all, what do you make of that? And secondly, do you think IFAB need to take a long, hard look at concussion?
Absolutely. Like, obviously, my local team, Carlisle United manager Paul Simpson, whenever player goes down with a head injury, doesn't take any risks. Yeah. He's off. He's off straight away. That's how it should be. Manage the players' safety perfectly. Obviously, we know about dementia that's being done around as well. Yeah. Especially in football for heading the ball. Like, I'm not saying Emi Martin has been being saving with his head. I mean,
yeah,
be the first keeper to do that, but needs to take it more seriously for me. We saw what happened with Jimenez as well.
Yeah,
back a couple of seasons ago with that injury, head injury against Arsenal. I find it baffling how I think it's disgraceful how we detect him on the pitch.
Yeah,
I'm baffled by that, honestly. Because if you end up keeping him on the pitch and God forbid, like corner comes in, like something happens, goalkeeper comes for the ball, God forbid, or like an Edison Mane situation, then that's just going to put even more bad name controversy as well. So if you go down with concussion, I wouldn't take any risk personally. I would just get him off the pitch, especially if it's a head injury with everything that's done well with dementia as well.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing is obviously his safety in that moment. But I thought it was really silly of Aston Villa to keep him on the pitch, especially when they knew that, like when that cross comes in, that like Martinez just he didn't look right, and he should have been subbed immediately. And this is what happens. But I mean, Man United got a good record against Aston Villa. I mean, they've got 2 games in a row against Aston Villa. They've got the one at Villa Park at the weekend, and then I think they play Villa at Old Trafford in the League Cup. I don't think it's going to be a good start for Emery. I'm going to go 2-0 Manchester United.
See, a lot of people could easily go, it's Emery's first game, new minds of impact. He's got a big job on his hands, Unai Emery. Especially with that attack. I mean, like I keep saying, that attack wouldn't stop capital movements, if I'm being honest with you. And with the chances they've wasted as well. I think Unai Emery knows how to set up a team defensively. So I think he'll do it that way. It's just, I think Unai Emery, for me, he can't wait for the January window for me.
No, definitely
he's on the door, full in wild. Probably weird, not either, to be honest with you. Adidi knows well. A good track record there as well in Spain. And, I mean, it's an ambitious disappointment still from Aston Villa. shocked me because I was adamant Sean Dice was going to day it. But yeah, for this game, I have to agree. As much I would love to do for the new manager impact, and I would love it, obviously, as a Liverpool fan as well. Just to keep my United fans quiet. But yeah, I'm going to go for a tight 1-0 win to Manchester United. Because I don't... Even Manchester United, they don't score many goals either in recent times either. So, your prediction is sensible, but I didn't see it being a tight game. The fans be up for it. Unai Emery's first game. Try and make it hostile as possible. Yeah. But I'm going for a 1-0 win. Yeah, 1-0 win to Man United.
Okay. Good evening versus Ten Hag. Yeah, absolutely. Villa 2, Manchester United 2. So Sebastian 2-0 Villa, says Ricky. Ooh, interesting. Will it be a good evening for Unai? He's doing training today. Yes, I have seen the pictures. Villa 0. that other team 2. I like it, Liz. Masaka might be injured. Yes, I did see that. 2-0 Manchester United. Touré's gone for a 1-1 draw. I could see that. Could easily see that. Honestly, I think United will struggle to get top 4. And that's coming from Manchester United fan. Very interesting. I'm here. What's ET short for? Because he's only got tiny little legs. Chris. Hiya, and that was an awful joke. Afternoon, Chris and 2-job Douglas. And hello, Liz, says Chris as well. Now to a team that is in absolutely magnificent form. Newcastle United against Southampton. Oh, Chris, it's your best team that you love to predict. Southampton. One of the hardest teams to predict. But Newcastle United, let's just speak about them. Almiron, 6 goals in October. That's insane. And Callum Wilson, very, very good form as well. Even Joe Linton impressing in front of Tite. And I believe Gareth Southgate was at the game as well. My big question to you is, and obviously everyone in the chat, Callum Wilson, do you take him?
See, Callum Wilson is a good striker. The only problem with him is his injury problems, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think he's a very good striker. I'd say Callum Wilson. If he didn't have any injuries, he would easily score 15 to 20 plus goals for me. For me, anyways. Eddie Howe has a great relationship with him from the Bournemouth, all the way from the Bournemouth days as well. And got so many strikers in England who could call up to be back off to the main man, Harry Kane. You got Tammy Abraham, Ivan Toney. Callum Wilson has definitely put himself in contention now with his start of the season. I would just miss him out personally. In my squad, I would take both Abraham and Toney because there will be good options to bring off the bench. And what they've done last season, the whole last season as well, coming into this season.
Yeah.
Both improved as players as well. Abraham and Toney, massively.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Again, won't be against Cam Wilson, Dolan. But I don't want Dallas Southgate to be... Well, he is going to be like this, isn't he, Dallas Southgate, where 2 scared to miss substitutions. And Cam Wilson... I don't want Cam Wilson to stand up sitting on the bench for the whole tournament because sometimes what's the point? Obviously, some players aren't going to come off the bench, but he got a squad for a reason. So, I think Cam Wilson, if he did go to England, it will probably be in a game where he will start in a game where we've already qualified.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, anyways, as an England fan.
Yeah, Southampton, they had their chances against Crystal Palace. They had their chances. I think they had the bar. They hit the post a couple of times as well. But the problem is they don't have a goal scorer. And Che Adams, for as much as he's very, very good for club and country, he is really, really hit and miss. I've got to be honest. I can only see a Newcastle win here. I really can. I just think the way that they're playing, they're just scoring goals for fun. I mean, they've got Alan Saint-Maximin to come back in as well. I have to go for a 3-0 win to Newcastle. They've got the best defence in the league as well. And fair play to Eddie Howe, because many people criticised him, including myself, that he couldn't organise a defence at Bournemouth. But at Newcastle, he's done a very, very good job. I think as well, having the partnership of obviously Cher and Botman is doing very, very well. Having obviously Dan Burn at left back, which I think he's been fabulous. Kieran Trippier as well is another one as well. Newcastle are absolutely fine. So yeah, I'm going for a 3-0 win to Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my hands up for Eddie Howe and Newcastle, because when he was first appointed, I actually told the appointment, I said Newcastle will get Eddie Howe, and I was right on that. And just to get them off the lead. Yeah. But wow, I didn't think he would get them this far off the lead, Eddie Howe. And I think I don't want to trust it too early, but I think they're right behind Eddie Howe. And Eddie Howe deserves credit. I know some people will be out there saying, it's only because of the money and the backing, he's doing well. Well, the players still have to perform on the pitch, and it's Eddie Howe's team as well, the players he signed. And been remarkable for him. Remarkable turnaround, especially this time last year as well. There wasn't any. They didn't have the bloody owners then, did they? So
no.
And some remarkable turnaround, and I'm happy for them as well. Passionate fan base, Newcastle fans, and I do have a soft spot for Newcastle fans as well. Obviously, I don't agree with the ownership, because the human rights and all that, but they deserve it. They deserve this new owner and deserve this remarkable turnaround. Southampton for me ruin everyone's betting accumulators. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna go for a 2-0 win to Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle.
I think might be a tight game. Southampton do make it tight for a lot of teams, but I think Newcastle, without Saint-Maximin as well, and they're in the top four.
Yeah.
Imagine him in the team. I mean, remarkable. So 2-0 win to Newcastle. I think that'll be too much in the end. And Jack Reyes is in the mud.
What a shame. True Red's going for 2-0 Newcastle as well. Again and again. FFS. 3-0 Newcastle, says Sebastian. Same as me. Hi, True. Southampton 1, Newcastle 3. I was very close to going for a 3-1, actually. I was very close to going for a 1. I used to be at the goalkeeper. Jesus. Oh dear. Southampton 1, Newcastle 3. Hiya, Chris. No injuries, yeah. A lot of people are like that. A lot of people are thinking that as well. Don't mean, harsh but true. You've said the right things anyway. I said at the start of the season, Southampton will struggle. They could go down. The time is right for Newcastle right now. Oh dear. I predict Chris and Douglas to tie with their predictions. Interesting indeed. Newcastle might have done some form. Chris is near Newcastle in a way. Yeah, you're not too far away from Newcastle.
Yeah, no away.
Atmosphere in the city is good because of the football team. Yeah. Yes, you have, Chris. I have gone 2-1 Leicester, and Chris Ross has gone 1-0 Leicester. So we both agree that Leicester are going to beat.
You'd be happy in the comments. We don't think Leicester win.
You will be happy. 3-0 Newcastle. I'm saying it. They're getting top 4. Ooh, interesting. Yes, Leicester TV already spoke about Leicester. Man City 2, Fulham 0, says Jan Tai. Hokey pokey. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. Yes, we predicted Everton Leicester. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2. Oh, you're laughing at that one. We will get onto that prediction very soon, Jan. If Newcastle got Europe or Champions League, would they struggle with the amount of games? Not really, because once upon a time, Newcastle were actually in the Champions League. Yep. It'd be nice to see them back in the Champions League, for sure. I have a soft spot for Liverpool at the moment. The Swamp. Wolves now Brighton 2. Race 100%. They would have to invest in the squad, but they have the money.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. They've done the backing as well, and they've done that even more players in. I don't like to call them the new Man City because, with respect to Newcastle, at least they better did at Man City. At least they have fans, I'd say, and being at Newcastle with that through the bad times as well.
Yeah, absolutely. 2-0 Newcastle, says Godzilla King. 3-0 Newcastle, says Jan. Oopsie daisy. What's this? Can we one time out another mod? I don't think you can, to be honest. I don't think you can. Leeds 3, Bournemouth 1. Love you guys. Always said that. Says Chris. Tally ho. Hello, Gary. Hope you're good. Nottingham 0, Brentford 3. Wow.
I think Forest will store, personally.
I can see that as well. Everton 1, Leicester City 2. Now we have a London derby, believe it or not. We do have a London derby, and it is West Ham against Crystal Palace. And I have to say, this is another one you're like, oh, hell no. This is one of those games where you're like, this is a tough one to call. Palace, good win against Southampton. Edward scoring, which is very, very good. West Ham, I'm so angry at West Ham. They didn't give it a go against Manchester United, and I think they should have done. They should have given it a go, because I don't think Manchester United. I think Man United, the squad is like, they allow teams onto you, and I think if West Ham had done that earlier in that game, I think they might have won. Palace played well against Southampton, but this is a really hard one to call. How do you see this one going?
Don't be shocked if it ends in the draw. Honestly, I won't be shocked by it, because it is tough them to predict. Crystal Palace have, to be fair, in recent times at West Ham, have had a good record at West Ham. But West Ham are at home. Oh, it's a tight one. It is a tight one for me, because I think both teams are on an equal playing level. I think West Ham will definitely still finish top 10, in my opinion. Despite their slow start to the season, I think West Ham will turn it. West Ham have already shown signs that they are turning it around.
Yeah.
And Crystal Palace, I think they currently sit near the top half. I'm pretty sure. I know they were bottom half, near the bottom, actually, near the bottom three. But obviously, it just shows that one win turns that around, where it is a tough one. It is tough.
That's really tough, yeah.
It is a tough one. Even at Selhurst Park, it would be a tough one to call, because I think Crystal Palace are a bit like Brentford, I think. I think they are haven't got the greatest away form, but they're obviously better away form than Brentford, of course. And obviously Crystal Palace, we all know, strong at home. So it's a hard one.
It is a hard one. I'll start this one. I think Palace are going to win this. I think David Moyes is under massive pressure as well. I'm going 1-0 Palace.
I'm the for a Crystal Palace win. I'm the for a 2-1 win. I'm the for a 2-1 win to Crystal Palace. I think I was tempted to go for a 2-1 win to West Ham. Obviously, I was like a yo-yo, who to go for, but I'm done for a Crystal Palace win. Done for a 2-1 win to Crystal Palace. Not a good recent record, but does it for me at West Ham as well.
Yeah.
So Crystal Palace nick it 2-1 for me.
2-1 Palace. Very, very interesting. Let's have a look. 3-1 Man United. Hey, Gary. I got to go big up guys in chat. See you. So no problem, Chris. I actually see you tomorrow, actually. All will be revealed. See you, says Liz. Be interested to see predict the Liverpool game. 3 defeats on the bounce, the Premier League potential. Well, we will let you know. Because actually I do have something to say about that game. I don't know what fixtures you've did. We're right up to now West Ham Palace, Jan. So we're getting very, very close to the big one. West Ham 2, Palace 2. Ricky says 1-1, 2-1 Palace, 2-2. Again, this is one which is divided opinion. I can see a draw. I'm going to go with 2-1 West Ham. Ooh, interesting. 3-1 Crystal Palace. Which games are on TV? That is a good question. I know Chelsea Arsenal is. Let me just have a wee look. Games on TV football.
I think Southampton Newcastle is the early kick-off as well on Sky.
Let's have a look. Sunday we have Chelsea Arsenal. It is Southampton Newcastle. And then obviously it will be Tottenham against Liverpool at 4:30. So big games on TV. Big games on TV. And as Liz says, it's a derby. Anything can happen. All on TV for me. Sebastian says 1-1 West Ham Palace. Race I haven't looked yet. Football makes me sad, says Liz. Palace have been good, so a draw. Hello, Spurtcat. Hello. Just came in to say hi at school in the most boring English lesson ever. Hopefully don't get caught. No problem, Spurtcat.
Was that your phone, not the teacher?
I know. Right. Last game.
Oh dear.
Right. Oh dear. I'm gonna write something, right? Which kind of is just like this, because both of these sides are like these characters, right? So I have written in brackets. I hope this works. I hope this actually works. Tottenham against Liverpool, Dr. Jekyll and Hyde versus Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. You just don't know which teams turn up. Is it the Tottenham that play really poorly against Newcastle and then have a fighting spirit and come back and win 3-2 against Bournemouth? Are you going to get the Liverpool that played Manchester City and then beat Ajax? Or are you going to get the Liverpool that just lost to Nottingham Forest and Leeds? This result could go either way. It could go either way. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea which way this is going to go. But my prediction might shock you. Let me just say that. First things first, do you agree that it's a Dr. Jekyll and Hyde versus Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Oh, another analogy will be that meme of what you see on Twitter with the identical Spider-Man. When they're pointing at each other. That's what it's like. But yeah, I agree though. Honestly, it just won't shock me if we get the bloody win. Because how this sum the season upwards. I won't be shocked if Tottenham win.
No.
Won't be shocked if it's a draw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see goals in this game, though. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
The way both teams been defending. I mean, I wouldn't trust both teams to defend my Bantam pin number, if I'm being honest with you. Or another narrative could be the way both teams defend, they wouldn't be any good at bloody police officers, bloody casting the criminal, would they? They would just get the criminal door.
Yeah. I honestly think it's going to be one of those games where this could be end to end. I really do. Believe it or not, right? Believe it or not, because Tottenham have to win tonight. They have to avoid defeat. They have to avoid defeat. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually think we win this game. Believe it or not, I think we win this game. Just because of how unpredictable Spurs are. We haven't won a game away from home yet. Something's got to give. And I just have a feeling that Emerson Royale, Sanchez, I just think they're very, very poor.
Dyer.
Yeah, Dyer. Yeah, Eric Dyer. Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's what I got to look forward to in the World Cup. McFire, Dyer, and Tyrone Mings is the back three.
Yeah. I mean, when was the last time Spurs lost back-to-back home games? Like that's something as well. Right, I'll go for my prediction first, right? I think this is going to be goals. I'm going Tottenham 2, Liverpool 4. I'm going 4-2 to Liverpool. Now, I will give you reasons for this. I don't think Spurs are the best defensively, so I think you can get at them. I think Salah has a very good goal-scoring record against Tottenham. I think this is the game where Darwin will be a big threat up front. And I've just got to say that I just have to say that I just don't. I think Tottenham lose tonight as well. I think Tottenham are going out of the Champions League. I think Marseille will beat them. So I think that, along with this, will get Conte thinking that. I know there's been reports that he's might be getting I know there's been reports that he's going to get like a potentially a new contract. But what if Juventus turn his head? Because I think he might go to Juventus. I think he might go to Juventus.
That's what I was going to say earlier when I said Tuchel to get that job, and that's why it brings me to this point when I said Conte to get that job as well. Conte, short-term manager for me. He is a short-term manager. Once he doesn't get what he wants, he'll throw his toys out the pram. And I've always said when he was appointed, put an appointment for Tottenham fans as well.
Yeah.
He can definitely win you something. But in the long term, it's going to be a marriage made in hell.
Yeah.
Between him and Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
But as for this game, I'm not confident at all, if I'm being honest. I'm going to be safe on this one. Because I actually don't see Tottenham. Don't know why. I don't know why. Tottenham are always one of them teams that you can't really see winning.
Mm-hmm.
Because as much people sometimes, I know I have my rant against Leeds on my match with him saying we're going to get destroyed by Tottenham, but that's only with Kane and Son.
Yeah.
But it is going to be end to end, like you say. Which is very unusual with a Conte team. He sets his team up well defensively. Definitely not his defence, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm door for. There will definitely be goals in this game. Actually, I'm door for a mad one. I'm door for a 3-3 draw.
3-3 draw.
I was in the door with 2-2, but I was like, nah, I can see it being 3-3.
Yeah, it finished 2-2 last season, didn't it?
Yeah, for some reason, I can see it being 3-3. I have done for mad predictions in the past. Especially Liverpool wins. Well, that's gone, didn't it? When I said 5-3 Liverpool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really, really hard one. It's a really, really hard one to call, for sure. Shane will probably miss like 30, 40 minutes of the Liverpool game because I'll be at Friends Arena and then the speeches for the players who will retire. All right, interesting. 3-2 Liverpool. Spursy no better than us. Truez going 2-0 to Spurs. Spurs will Liverpool 3. Someone has to give. Yep, absolutely. Sebastian's gone 3-1 to Spurs. I'm so sorry we have not won a. Yeah, I know we haven't won an away game. Klopp will be sacked. No, he won't. He won't be sacked. There's no way. FSG are continuing to back him anyway. As Tottenham have been lucky against Bournemouth, Raul and Sanchez have been rubbish or were shite. Tottenham won, Liverpool 2. I still think Tottenham has played better than Liverpool this season. I'm going 3-0 Tottenham. Wow.
Oh, that's put me in pain.
That is very, very bad. Everyone's waiting for Emerson Royal versus James Milner. Tottenham being poor, lost to Newcastle and Sporting. They did. Yeah, they did lose. They lost away against Sporting, but they drew 1-1. Dara has been good this. He's been all right. He's not been great. Football has been better than Liverpool. Yeah, it has been. Now I'm going to change mine to Spurs 3, Liverpool 4. Douglas the Lionhearted. Liverpool have been poor too. Lost to some red and white beauty of club and dirty Leeds. All right, True Red. Without Son and Kane, they're boring. Tottenham will lose to Marseille. Guendouzi and Alexis Sanchez masterclass. I'm calling it. The key for Spurs, Kulusevski is back.
Oh, great.
Great. Hope he doesn't go to Juventus assignment. Inter fan. Yeah, I do remember you saying that, Godzilla King. Sanchez should start ahead of Dyer. Sanchez is rubbish. Sorry, Sanchez is
bad as each other, both
rubbish. Of them. Yeah. Conte is the Italian Simeone. Nunes and Salah scored against Tottenham. Juventus, the kind of Serie A, a bit poor lately. Juventus have been absolutely dire recently. Take your care of your 2, no problem, Balam. Conte, Simeone, Mourinho would make me like cricket. Sacres, Klopp, Allegri, Simeone, Xavi, and Jesse Marsh. I'm not so sure about Xavi, and I'm not so sure about Simeone. Allegri, yeah. Sorry for that. No. Do not worry about that. Oops, it is. Can't trust both defenses right now. No, we can't. Klopp is not getting sacked, and see you, Balam, as well. So that takes care of another match week predictions show. I would like to thank my esteemed guest, Chris Welch, for coming on. If people don't know where they can find you, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Chris Welch. Simple name, really. Not hard name to find. And find me on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it's the right Twitter handle. Chris Welch CUFC.
Yeah, I think it is as well. But no, thank you very, very much for coming on, and yeah, we'll wait and see how we both do. And obviously, guys, thank you very much in the chat. It's been a very, very good lively debate to speak about as well. And then there is Chris's is a link in the channel there below. And great stream, lads. Pan-off, thank you very, very much. So, big night Champions League football. What will happen? Will Spurs go out of the Champions League? We will wait and see. But I will be back tomorrow. Where do I hear you say? I'm doing a Real Madrid versus Celtic watch-along tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that game. Because I believe Real Madrid haven't won their group yet. So both of those games are really, really difficult to choose anyway. But it's going to be a very, very intriguing game. But thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. And from the two of us, it is goodbye and have a good rest of your day. Thank you very much. Goodbye.